Are covered call ETFs a scam? Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And today we're going to talk about just that. So first of all, the reason why I'm making this video is because there's a lot of people making videos about some of these covered call ETFs. And some of the people's videos I really do like, I really do enjoy. But I'm making this because I also see a lot of people in the dividend investing community talk about how covered call ETFs are scams. And I also see this a lot in the comments, especially some of these guys who, like me, they like to invest in these high yield covered call ETFs. And in the comments on these guys' videos, there's a lot of hate in the comments about people talking about how these things are scams, especially certain ones in particular, like say Tesla, for example. A lot of people talk about how big of a scam and how bad this particular stock is. And I'm going to share my thoughts and opinions with y'all on that today. So first of all, when it comes to my own ideas about this, right? And just my opinion, everybody has their own opinion and their own way of doing things. And everybody's at their own certain point in life, and we're all investing for different types of reasons, right? So to say this way is good and this way is right and that way is wrong, it's terrible advice. And if somebody's telling you that, you shouldn't listen to them, because there's no one particular way, right? There's lots of different ways to go about investing, right? You can be a growth investor, you can be a dividend growth investor, you can invest in stuff that only pay dividends, that just like, things that you think are gonna super speculative stocks or whatever, right? There's so many different ways to invest. And everybody has their own time frame, their own ideas about what they want in life, how they want to do it, and how old they are. They have different things based on that. So if somebody's telling you these kind of things, like certain investment type is a scam, don't listen to those people. Do whatever fits your situation the best. And sometimes the best way to find that out is to, watch and listen to a whole array of different type of, financial people or financial videos and articles to determine which way is best for you based on your situation. Okay? So first of all, that's my first thought. If somebody says this is a scam or that's a scam, immediately just disregard that person and don't pay attention to them, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about, because they think it's my way or the highway. And that's not the case, because there's so many different ways to get to an end. There's not just one set path, right? So secondly, as I mentioned, because we're all on different paths in life, and we have different goals in life, high yield dividend investing, it might be for you, it might not be for you. So, if I can't really say that based on what I know now, but, some people, they're content with, working until they're 60 or 65 or however old you got to be to retire. Some people are okay with that. And if you're okay with that, then, if you're buying AbbVie for, however much it is right now, and whatever you're doing single stock picking for 2 or 3 or 5% yields or 4% yield or 1% yield or whatever you're doing, and you're gonna, you're 20 and you're gonna wait till you're 65 to retire, then fine, right? That's fine, that'll work. But like me, right, I'm 42, I don't want to work till I'm 65. I don't even want to work now. Like, I'll quit my job tomorrow if I could. So, for me, the fastest path to be able to leave my job is through income. I want income now. I don't want it later. I don't want to guess what's going to happen in the market over the next, 10 or 15 or 20 years. And, when it comes time for me to retire, if it so happens to be a down year and everything's down, now I got to work for a couple more years and wait for the market to recover to be able to get my money back. I'm not interested in doing that. I'm interested in high yield dividend investing because I want my money now. And the faster I get enough money now to replace my job, the faster I can quit my job. I don't have to wait 30 years. I can wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years. depending on how much money I invest, right? And choosing the right investments to reach my goal. So if somebody tells you it's a scam, don't listen to them. There's no scam. It's just they think it's my way or the highway, and that's not the way it is, right? Everybody has a different way. Now, secondly, or thirdly, I don't know what number I'm on, but when it comes to this, in my opinion, a lot of these people who are so-called dividend investors, in my opinion, a lot of them take on a lot of risk, because a lot of these dividend investors, if you go watch their videos, they're telling you to buy this single stock and that single stock and this single whatever company, whatever, like, it's just buy this single thing, that single thing. When you invest in single stocks, there's a huge risk of the company could go bust. They could change their dividend anytime they want. Like, look at AT&T. Everybody was trying to retire off of AT&T. They cut their dividend in half, right? So now half your money is just gone. Half your income is gone because you put all your money in this one single stock. So when it comes to me and generating income through dividends, I prefer to go with covered call ETFs because, for one, a lot of them out there I've tried and true and tested for a long, long time, and we know they stay pretty stable. For example, some of the ones like QYLD or JEPI or JEPQ. There's some new ones on the game now, like SPYI. Some things like this that generate 10 to 15% yields. They can be really great. You can take all your money out, and they're going to follow the market because it's not one single stock. It's a basket of stocks based on the entire index, right? Whatever the stock market does, that's what your basket will do, right? The stock market could be going to all-time highs like recently, and look at stocks like Apple. Everybody's got their money in Apple, in Tesla, stuff like that. They're down. Tesla was just down, like, how much is it down? It was just up to 220, and it got down to like 150 the other day, right? You're exposing yourself to single stock risk. Just like the Tesla, the Yield Max fund is down a lot, and a lot of people put a lot of money in it, and it went down a whole lot, and that's the risk you take when you take on single stocks, right? It's like, I know Tesla is a covered call ETF, but it's based on one single underlying stock. It's not based on an index. And so you're taking huge risk when you do that. And it's okay to do that with a small portion of your portfolio, but I wouldn't go allocating a huge percentage of my portfolio to a single stock. You're best to do it on a covered call ETF that's based on the index. Like I just mentioned, the QQQI, SPYI, QYLD, these that have been around for some time, JEPQ, JEPI, ones that have been around time and that are tried and true and proven and tested, and we know they work. And we know that they stay pretty stable. They don't have huge fluctuations in prices, and they're reliable. They've been up for a long time. They're not a single stock that's open to a headline risk or going bankrupt, because if one of the companies in the index goes bankrupt, it doesn't matter. It's just one company out of 500 or out of 100, and they just put a new one in there, right? So it doesn't really affect you that much, as opposed to you have something like Tesla, and Tesla gets beat up really bad, and you lost half your money, because a lot of people in Tesla that are down like 50%. I'm one of the people who bought it way back in the day, and I averaged down slowly, and I still got burned pretty bad. But I'm still holding on to it, but that's not the point. The point is exposing yourself to single stocks like this. If it's a huge portion of your portfolio, you're at huge risk. It's not a scam. You still get your money. Like, for example, myself, holding on to Tesla. I'm not adding to it, but I'm holding it because the dividend is so high, I'll get 100% of my money back. I just have to wait a little bit. And I'm in the position where I don't mind waiting because I don't need the money right now. I have plenty of money. I don't need it now. If I needed the money now, I'd be hurting really bad. And if I put all my money in it, I'd be hurting really bad. But it's not the largest thing in my portfolio. And I'm also building out other positions to be 10 times bigger than that one, right? When it's all said and done, that will be a small portion of the portfolio. So I'm just telling y'all this so you know not to make the mistake I made and putting a lot of money in a single stock ETF And also to let you know that covered call ETFs are not scams. They're just dependent, or not dependent, it just depends on what your goal is and if it's right for you or not. It might not be right for you. It doesn't mean it's a scam, right? I'm not going to say all dividend stocks are scams because they're single stocks and they could have headline risk. It can fall to zero. They could also skyrocket, 200-300%. Who knows, right? It's not a scam. It's just not for me. I'm not interested in playing that game. So, hope that's helpful. I hope that shed a little bit of light on some of these ideas. And I'd like to hear your idea in the comments below. So let me know what you think about covered call ETFs. Are they scams or not? And I'll see y'all on the next video. Thank you.